What's up? This is Tom Froming, and welcome to apparently the Josh Donaldson channel. This is the only thing that I've been publishing videos on lately is this guy. The Mets apparently are kind of discussing Josh Donaldson. Andy Martino here from SNY reporting, but also drops in the subhead here that, the Mets are also interested in Chris Bryant. I think these two things may be related on why this news is coming out of New York, but more on that in just a sec. But Donaldson, there he is in the classic hands not sticky anymore picture now infamous. So he reports here the teams have engaged in very preliminary talks. So important to note that that's certainly doesn't make it sound like anything too serious or concrete. But they're talking about it. They're having conversations. Those conversations have not yet progressed, but Donaldson is a possibility for the Mets. Now, I may have made sure to mention that Chris Bryant piece because it's not clear if the Cubs are going to sell, but the Mets have also been interested in Chris Bryant since the offseason. So this feels a bit to me like the Mets are trying to maybe float this out there as leverage in their conversations with the Cubs regarding Chris Bryant. Bryant is younger. Bryant has more positional flexibility. Bryant's on an expiring contract, whereas Donaldson's owed quite a bit of money over the next few years. So I'd say he's definitely the much more attractive candidate for a team that's looking to make an upgrade. And as Martino notes here, the Mets are a bit up against the luxury tax threshold. Now, that's not a salary cap. Teams can go beyond that. They can go well beyond that. So it's not like they can't add Donaldson, add on his salary. But certainly it's a consideration they will make. So it's certainly interesting to see an actual concrete trade rumor out there, although, there's nothing too hot. It seems like on this particular connection between Donaldson and the Mets. This is a sign that maybe some teams are going to be asking about Donaldson, which I'm surprised, not after he had such a good month and he's looking good at the plate. He's looking pretty good in the field. But I'm kind of shocked that we've gotten to a point where it's possible that Josh Donaldson might have suitors because he's 35 years old. He's owed quite a bit of money the next 2 years and then guaranteed some more money after that. I figured he'd have negative trade value essentially when you kind of take the big picture. Obviously still a very productive guy. He hasn't really fallen off much in these 2 years with the Twins so far. It's not like he's been a bad investment considering how he's playing. It's just that the rest of the team is so bad. It doesn't really make sense to have this guy making over $20 million a year. If your team's bad, the Twins still would definitely, I'm assuming, have to eat some money, potentially a significant amount of money to move Donaldson. Not saying that anybody's looking to add him and eat the entire contract, but maybe he has more of a market than I thought. Obviously, there are teams that just aren't going to go there, like Tampa Bay's not going to go there. Oakland's not going to go here for Donaldson. That salary is going to be prohibitive for those kinds of teams, but the Mets, they spend. They might not always spend wisely, but give them credit there. They spend, they're trying. So there's always that. I think the biggest thing we're going to see over the next month, and this goes into Josh Donaldson, this goes into Jose Barrios, this goes into a lot of it, is we're going to find out what the Twins think they can do in 2022, and we're going to find out how this front office feels about their job security. Because if we see this front office kick off a significant rebuild, and like Jose Barrios gets traded, they're probably sitting there thinking they're going to be the guys to finish off that rebuild. If we see some more kind of guarded efforts, some more obvious guys on expiring contracts, veterans on expiring contracts traded, that may be a signal that this front office knows that it's in hot water and they don't want to kick the can down the road. They want to get back and compete in 2022. The return packages for these trades will also kind of give us indications there. So I think the trade deadline is always interesting no matter where your team is at. But, this is probably going to be the most interesting month that we have, unfortunately, for this entire Twin season. It's been fun to see some of the call-ups. It's been fun to see Alex Kirilloff, Trevor Larnach playing every day, among a bunch of other guys too. But this is where it's at, and we're not only going to have a lot of news to follow, interesting storylines to follow, we are going to get a sense of what this organization thinks it is right now. That's going to be really fascinating. Thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like. And for more Twins talk here on YouTube, please consider subscribing. Thank you.